Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason. Happy Hump Day. Yeah, halfway through on this Wednesday. Our toll-free number 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com. Before we get in, we've got some Texit updates that we normally do on Wednesdays. Before we get into that, let's just get into some things that are happening. So we've got a bounce back in the gold and silver price today. The news that the president yesterday saying that apparently, I guess we're going to pay for the insurance on these oil tankers, and we're going to start escorting the oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. Has provided a little bit of relief in the markets, and we'll take it, right? At this point, if they say it's good news, then I guess we'll just have to agree with them that it is, and then we'll wait and see how this all works out. But for right now, anyway, it is a rebound. Gold's up 70, 51, 55, up, 51, 55. Silver up as well, 84.25. And Wall Street is up, at least for right now, about 300 points. The 10-year note, 408. Crude oil, I guess better, down 27 cents, $74 and change, as the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, was out today telling everybody, hey, we'll do what we can to support crude oil, and the Treasury will buy insurance, like I said. So we had that going on. He also did announce that the new tariffs are going to kick in this week. So remember, the Supreme Court shot down the old tariffs, saying that was unconstitutional. But they did say, hey, by the way, if you do it like this, then I guess it'll be okay. 15% globally, which will take effect sometime this week, according to the Treasury Secretary. The new rate will be coming. It will remain in place for at least 150 days. It is his strong belief that the tariff rates will be back to their old rates within 5 months. So essentially, I guess, Jason, they're trying to figure out a way how to tariff everybody legally that puts them in the same spot that they were before the Supreme Court shot it down. All
right. Well, here they come, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens with the tariffs. And paying for the insurance for ships, which, I mean, isn't the insurance
and escort? Don't forget, and we're going to escort them. I mean, I guess we're going to.
Isn't the escorting the insurance? I mean, kind of, isn't that the insurance? I mean, we'll see how many shots they take off the side there. We'll see what happens, right?
Right. Now, last but not least, is we did get some economic data. Service sector ISM. Smashing estimates, 56.1. So that was higher than expected. Remember, anything above 50 is good news. They did say that price index took a huge leap. So better because prices were up. Now, prices paid did fall this month. Unfortunately, they said, yeah, that's not going to last, more of an anomaly. My guess is probably was gas, right? Probably was gasoline, because it was a service side. I don't mean to laugh, but you get my point. And remember, it's Jobs Week. ADP came out today, 63,000 jobs for the month of February. Remember, this is private sector. By the way, they did revise January's number down to 11,000. So, add the two together, I guess, because, it's always, January's always weird with Christmas. We're averaging about 37,000 jobs a month. That sounds about right to me. When we looked at it, manufacturing jobs were down 5,000. Construction jobs up 19,000. That's kind of weird because it's winter in most of the country. Professional and business services. This was the high-paying jobs, down 30,000. Education and health services up 58,000. Those tend to be lower-paying jobs. And then across the board, like I said, not a lot there. Wages still higher. Pay growth for job stayers up 4.5%. For job changers, 6.3%. So that was kind of all the economic data. And everything still kind of points to we probably shouldn't be cutting rates, but don't worry. If Jay Powell doesn't do it, we got all these new things coming, right? The new Accord and Kevin Warsh going to raise the inflation target. We gave you kind of the real fast version of all the economic data today. It looks like at least for this second, the war news is no worse. The Dow's up 200, the S&P's up 40, the Nasdaq's up 250, the 10-year note is higher, 407. Crude oil down 12 cents, but still off the high. Yesterday was 77, now it's like below 74. Gold's at 51.50. Silver is up, almost $84 today on silver. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. And guys, listen, if you want to, some of you are looking to trade out of your silver to get into gold to lighten the load, right? Because silver is pretty heavy. We can do that for you. Vice versa. Some of you, you know what? I can't argue with this trade either. Trading some gold to get more exposure to the silver markets. And then others are just looking at buying opportunities. Another great day. Any volume-wise, you guys know we'll always sharpen our pencils. Be very careful. A plethora of dealers are going out of business. One of the ones that is probably the biggest one so far, for those of you that have been in the gold and silver business or at least buying gold and silver for a very, very long time, Gainesville Coins in Florida. They are a very big dealer. They are in some very, very big trouble. They owe customers millions of dollars worth of product. Just be careful out there. That's why I tell you, we've been doing this 30 years. We've been warning you this was going to happen. It's always great when you think, I'm going to save a few dollars. Yeah, well, listen, our prices are very, very competitive. But I'll be honest with you, we won't be the cheapest people out there because that's how you go out of business. But we are very competitive. 800-951-0592. Maybe later this week I'll give you a list. There's a bunch of other refineries, small refineries going out, smaller gold companies going out. But we'll see. I hate to do it, but Gainesville's pretty big. They're actually really big. So I wanted some of you out there maybe have been doing business with them because you're like, oh, well, they're cheap. Yeah, well, you may want to make sure you got your stuff. Having said all that, call us, 800-951-0592. 0592. So let me now update everybody on the latest on Texit. There is a lot to talk about. First, we are waiting on Texas to set the actual hearing date. The faster they confirm the date, the faster we can get it done. We are hoping for June. Guys, it's lawyers. It could be, it could be August, right? So somewhere between June, July, August. And again, I want to point out, and Bobby pointed this out, this is a civil action. This is not a criminal action. There's a big difference in that. This really isn't about fraud in the way that we view fraud. Hey, you took the money and didn't do what you said, right? You took the money. You took the money and took off. No, this just has to do with are these mining packages when all of us became miners? Was that a security, which would have then constituted you needing a securities license to sell it? We don't believe that it is, and we believe that we're hoping that will be the outcome. But this is, again, a civil issue, not a criminal issue. Very confident with our lawyers. What we're focusing on right now, obviously we're not selling any more seats in the mine. So first and foremost, we mentioned this last week. We had, and these guys are good, right? Hackers are good. They figured out a way to mine our coins. Right now, right, the only way you can get mine Texit coin is to become a miner. They knew the issue, replaced all the coins that were lost, and as of today, that issue has been fixed. There will be no more of that until they figure out, build a better mousetrap, right? And if they figure it out, we'll do it again. What they're working on right now, this is the part, and I think this is one of the more important things going forward, is why is the mine not operating at full capacity? What we have learned is, for whatever reasons, some of these servers, those L9 servers, get disconnected. And then it takes, essentially, the server reboots, and right, it takes several minutes for that server to get back online, and it's just random. They are working on that issue right now. They think they will have that fixed. They're hoping, they're shooting for next week that issue will no longer exist. And if it's not next week, give them a week, say, hey, the week after. Why is that important? Well, number one, it will allow us to mine more efficiently, produce blocks very consistently, right? We want a block to be produced every 3.5 minutes or so. Some of them get produced in a minute. Some of them take an hour, all related to this issue that they are hoping to have fixed very quickly. So that will do two things. Number one, it will increase the daily output of the mine. And, of course, what does that mean? That means, hey, if we can mine 120,000 coins, which is max capacity a day, that's more coins for us every day. We've been well below that for a long time. Secondly, it will allow us to win a lot more Litecoin, because we're also merging mining Litecoin. Remember, our servers are script mining servers. What does that mean? All that means for all of us is there are certain proof of work cryptos that are script miners and others that are not. We can only mine other script miners. They call that merge mining. That's Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bellcoin. I think Pepe Coin may be one of them, right? There's some out there. Bitcoin, not one of them, as an example. We can't mine Bitcoin. But we believe that as soon as we have this issue fixed, we will immediately go into the next phase, which will be mining not just Litecoin. We're going to start mining Dogecoin, Bellcoin, and maybe a few others. They believe, based on the power bills today, that when this occurs, that we get the mine operating at maximum efficiency, we start mining all of the other script coins that we can, that will be more than enough money to pay the power bill. In other words, the mine itself will become profitable. And that's usually what happens. If you get a big enough mine, you can kind of do that. On March the 9th, the remaining 4 containers will arrive. So right now, we have 2 containers up and running in Conroe. We have smaller containers running in Mansfield and McKinney. Victoria, right? We've got a mega mine there. We're just waiting on the right transformer. We have paid for it. It was almost $90,000. And it won't be here for at least another 4 months. Sorry, that's just how it is. The good news, these other 4, we already have all the servers to go in them. We are looking at 3 different sites, and we're getting ready to have our mine running at overcapacity. Yes, we're back here, Joe and Jason, on this Wednesday, and we're going through where things are with Texit today, as we normally do on Wednesday. And again, nothing to share lawyer-wise, other than, hey, we're just waiting for them to set the date. So we can move forward in the interim. There is a lot of positive things happening. First is it has allowed us to dig into our mine, figure out why it was that we weren't mining at the level we should have been mining, and that is being addressed. And hopefully next week I'll have really good news. Then the size of the mine itself is getting ready to approach over 24 million megahash. We will be over the amount that we have sold as fast as we can go. Obviously, the equipment is coming essentially, Monday? Right? The containers will be there. Then it's about land. One of the things that we have learned is when we just put one container somewhere, that transformer that I just told you about Victoria, that's like $90,000. Well, guess what? I guess most people don't do it that way. So they don't make a lot of these, what I'll call smaller transformers. Most of them, they'll put 4 or 5 of these containers in one spot. And those transformers, they make a lot of them. So I think this next group of miners we may be putting those all at the same spot. We've got like 4 different spots. We're going to pick the best one. But we could have the mine not only running at peak capacity, being profitable. In other words, mining enough Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bellcoin, some other coins that we can pay the power bill and have money left over. And then obviously having the mine bigger than what was promised, I think looks good for the court. Now, again, they're not contesting that, as far as I know, the mine anyway, but it's just one of those things to show them, see, guys, we are doing the right thing and trying to do the right thing all along. So that is really positive things that are happening. And then the home miners, for those people in Texas, a lot of those are going to be coming online, which is even more power, more ability, more profitable. So keep those things ready. Right now, our lawyers are working with the banks. We had 2 bank accounts that the state of Texas actually didn't tell the banks to freeze those accounts, but they did it kind of on their own. We're working on getting those released. It's quite a bit of money in there. But as far as anyone worried about, how long can this go financially, we can go a long time. We can go a long time. Phase 2. This is really what was going to make Texas valuable. This is proceeding, and things are going, according to Bobby, very well. Even with, the trolls out there, listen, there's people actually calling cities and sending them all kinds of stuff. We won't disclose who we're talking to because of that, but just know Layer 2 has made a ton of more progress, and they're very happy with everything, despite all the trolls and the haters. And obviously, this thing hanging over our head, there's reason for concern. But things seem to be going very well. And the partnership that we have with that company in Dubai, despite what's happening in Dubai, they are working. Their programmers are working. Things are moving very well, and they continue to have, surprisingly, tons and tons and tons of cities and vendors extremely interested. There's a need for this out there, so that's a great thing. Phase 3, I don't have anything on Phase 3 today. That's Iskander and the others. I'll have something Friday. I will not be on the air for Patriot tomorrow. We do have a Iskander call, and I will update people on Friday. As far as PR goes, the Dallas Morning News is talking with Bobby about an interview so we can get our side of the story out there. But things are, our PR team is starting to kick into gear here. And again, most of that was for Iskander, but now they're helping us with Texit. And McKinney still says, hey, we're still on board for June. So these are a lot of good progress, Jason, at least in the mine itself. Full steam ahead. Looks like we're really close to profitability, and they think once they get this issue with the L9 servers going offline, that they think they're going to be profitable. And then, of course, Layer 2, things are actually going better than expected. So at least some good news. Obviously, we need to have that court date.
The coin price being higher would be helpful. If you guys are selling Texas coin, I've been helping some people who didn't get into the Texas quite as deeply as they should have, and got into the exchanges and learned a bunch. But there's the wait and see category, and that's what Joe is explaining to you. And it sucks. It's at 19 cents. Some people have the amount of coins where maybe selling and getting some of your money back makes sense, but if you don't have that many coins, wait and see at 19 cents is kind of your only position. And even if they win the court cases, there's no guarantee the coin price suddenly gets interesting to everybody. It's a wait and see situation, Joe. So I'm rooting.
And there is a meeting tonight at the radio station.
We have our crypto meeting tonight at 6 o'clock, and information to hear.
800-951-0592. Before we get back in, we did have a texter text in asking how many mines are up and running of the 8 that are planned. Are they still going to continue to put up more mines? Yeah, so we are going to, in reading between the lines here, we have bought 30 million mega hash of mining power. We had sold, when the project, the cease and desist came in, we had sold 23 million mega hash of power. We've bought and paid for, in other words, the containers, the miners themselves, the whole shebang, 30 million mega hash. It is Bobby's belief that in very short order kind of, because you got to remember when once we know the next 4 miners are coming, and by the way, to give you an idea of what that means, that's 13.2 million mega hash of power coming on the 9th. And those are just the containers. The servers are already there. They're sitting in the warehouse. We've been waiting for the miners, I guess, the containers that they go in to show up. They are very close to finalizing the site or sites that they will go on. And my guess is, and this is just my best guess, May or June, these will come online. So once we get the mines that we currently have running at the level they should be, that's 7.8 million mega hash of power, add another 13.6, right? That's over 21 million mega hash of power. Then we have the mine in Victoria, which we're just waiting on this controller, transformer, whatever it is, that was $90,000. That'll put us over 24 million. And then, of course, we have an indoor mine that is sitting right now. That is here. We're just trying to figure out where we're going to put that. That'll be the last and final piece of it. That'll get us right to that 30 million mega hash of power. I don't know that we'll go beyond that. I don't know. I know this. We will build out the mining power that we have paid for. As far as what happens after that, I don't know. Like, if the court case, we win the court case, will they start reselling shares of TXE and the mine? I don't know. But I do know that they and this is just my guess at it, they want to have this mine, as much of that power up and running before the court case even gets here, right? To just say, see, look at what we've done. This is, like I said, this isn't a criminal case for fraud. This is a civil thing. But still, Jason, stuff like that that never hurts.
Let's, like I said, wait and see, right, Joe? Let's see what happens.
That's right. Wait and see.
I mean, to me, August seems like a forever from now, so we got some time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Good point, right? It is a little far away. 800-951-0592, gold 5150, kind of where it's been all show long. Silver right now, 83.75. The Dow up 300 points, mostly on news that the United States is saying anyway that they will pay the insurance for the oil freighters. Now, is it all freighters, just the oil freighters? I don't know. And on top of that, it looks like they're going to get armed escorts. So we will, our Navy will be used to hopefully, right, shoot down drones or whatever else is coming. Obviously, I think that it does mean more of our troops will be in harm's way, but hopefully things will at least keep oil prices, let's just say, somewhere around $80. That would be a win. If we can keep oil where it is, right around now, I would call that a win. We're also considering, here we go again, this is our go-to card. We're going to consider rearming Kurdish forces. I guess there may be some Kurds in Iran, too. So that is... right, that is something else that they are considering. And then people are wondering if Saudi Arabia is going to maybe fire some. I don't know what Saudi Arabia has, but whatever they have, that they may maybe launch some attacks on Iran. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what that's going to do. But unfortunately, no matter what happens here, looks like we're going to energy costs, which were already rising everywhere, looks like they're going to continue to rise. Some areas of concern because of what's being affected right now. Here we go again. Aluminum, fertilizer, right? Remember fertilizer when Ukraine, apparently, I don't know, that's another fertilizer issue. So all you farmers out there, dig in here. I hope it works out. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592. I am out of Indians. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys filling in, right? One guy's loss is another guy's gain. U.S. Silver Eagles, 1995. So I'm going to put them on sale here. 1995. Get them below $2,000 here. And then $20 gold pieces, $53.50. So pretty good here, right? Spots, $51.50. So again, super, super close to the spot price here. And then we'll wait. I guess we'll wait and see what we have tomorrow. I do know tomorrow we'll get jobless claims. Of course, Friday we'll get the government jobs number. But, Jason, my guess is this is going to be all eyes on what happens with Iran, any developments that happen with Iran. And we'll kind of wait and see, I guess, what's going to happen next. Are they going to be able to keep energy prices somewhat in check. I did see FedEx. These are things you don't think about. FedEx is saying, listen, we're not even going to deliver anything to Bahrain, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, right? I mean, that's a lot of countries that all of a sudden, hey, nobody's delivering anything to. It's going to be interesting. Obviously oil's the headline, but that's not all there is. There's a lot of other things. And already now someone saying aluminum is going to be affected. Fertilizer is going to be affected. And I know to make fertilizer, you need those power plants. There's a lot of energy, I guess, into making fertilizer. So I guess that kind of makes sense. So we'll just have to wait and see. It does not appear. Now, things could change very quickly, but at least as of right now, this does not appear like this is going to go quick. And every day that this goes on, every week that this goes on, it's just going to have things cost more for a longer period of time. And then, of course, the hope is, hey, when this thing finally is over, will things go back down to where they were? And that's always the problem, because usually what happens is, stuff goes back down, but it never goes back to where it was, right, Jason? Right? It's always, it's not as expensive as it used to be, but it never did go back to the price it was before the event happened.
Now with inflation, that's impossible. The system that was built and put into place in 1913 is designed to double the money supply every 10 years. So you have to have rising prices. That's just the way it is. Maybe technology, technology gets better. They lower the prices. Your flat TV, flat screen TV was $6,000 when it first came out. Now you can go buy one for $600. But that's just, innovation. Other than that, there's no innovation. There's only inflation, Joe.
800-951-0592.